Hi everyone and welcome to yet another MOC review. Today I'm going to show you my MOC for the Blade Runner spinner. Blade Runner has always been one of my favorite movies. I think it's very visionary, it's very deep in meaning, and of course I love the music as well. So after long consideration, on a lonely winter night, I have sat down and started preparing this, and once the few pieces were clicked together, I just couldn't stop it. It was a very big flow for me to do it. Happily, I had a lot of blue pieces left from my Space Police 1 MOCs and modifications, so it was pretty easy to start, but after a while, it has become quite a big challenge to get all the necessary pieces. As you can see, it's built of only official Lego pieces, but there are some decorations over it that are custom. I will try to show you later on how this can be a completely 100% official Lego set and what are the modifications or custom decorations I have put on top of that. One of the things I'm most proud of is the ratio of the set, how well I have managed to keep the original length, height and width ratio of the model. So let me show you some pictures of that, how it compares to the original one, from side view to top view or from the underside. It wasn't easy because there are many pictures, many references, and most of them do not share the same ratio, but I tried to go somewhere in the average. Also, one of the main challenges that I wanted to target, and this is what I would like to start with, is that looking up Flickr, Google, all the resources, I have seen there are many already existing trials for spinner, but many of them are not minifig scale, so that was a starting point. I want to do something where two famous figures, Gaff and Rick Deckard, can sit inside the vehicle. And the other one has been that most, or to be honest, almost all of the MOCs I have found was not functional enough for my perspective. So what I wanted to do is to have functional doors and functional wheels, so you can drive it around and it can also change to flying mode. As you can see, this is the flying mode of the vehicle. The wheel covers are closed. You can grab it and fly around with it. It's pretty stable, pretty durable. I wanted to make it very swooshable so that it's not, falling apart after the first grab. I would be very brave to give it to a kid, to let him run around with it. I do not think any parts would easily fall off. So the wheel covers are closed, and in this position only the rear wheels are operational. But of course you can open up the wheel covers and once you have done so, the vehicle can roll around just like in real life, in movie life. Of course, these wheel covers are a little bit bulky, to be honest, but since I wanted to put some kind of decoration in it, and I had to resolve the operation to the function to be able to close and open it up, I couldn't achieve any thinner build. To be frank, this has been the most challenging part, and to show you how it works, there are little robot arms inside. You see there is a bar, a plate with a bar. There are two robot arms there, and let me take it off to show you it better. there is this special plate with the two sidebars, and this allows the whole piece to open up or close down. So it's all around the bar. Of course, other pieces inside this cover stops the bar from falling off. As you can see here on the wheel cover, I've also wanted to keep the texture of the original design. It has also been one of the major challenges. I've been trying with plate, with the modified grill ties, a lot of configurations, but neither of them seemed stable and smooth enough. So in the end, I have chosen a bigger tire, bigger tread, and it's just aligned with a few round plates, with a few ties. These are grill ties to snap into the internal link of the thread. It's pretty much micromanaged so that it's not stretched, it won't break the build apart, but also it has also enough tension so that it looks good. Also, one of the major challenges in the front build has been these covers. I wanted to keep the rounded shape, the rounded design as much as possible. So these dishes were originally decorated with a spiral design. I had to order those, and with my polishing method using plastic polishing tools, I have removed the decoration. Sorry for that. I've tried to order pieces in as bad condition as possible so that not much is wasted from those unique parts. But this dish is not available very widely in blue color, so I had no other option, to be frank. Moving forward, still remaining on the outside, you can see we have functional doors. As in the movie, you can open it up or close it down. This one is a little bit bricky, but depending on the parts that we have, this is the best I could achieve. I'm still looking for a blue piece for this part, but I think the simple old gray also looks great. But if I would ever find a blue one for this mirror part, I would use that. I'm also very proud of how I have managed to keep some of the searchlights here and there from the original design with simple bricks. And also looking at other builds, this little light here and how it's hung up has been one of my pain points with most of the builds. And using a simple old tube, I think I could recreate the original design pretty closely. Moving forward to the back, here we have a lot of angles, nothing special about the build. Of course, we have a lot of snot technique, but nothing very challenging. Here in the back, I have also managed to keep the original light, and something that you could not see before is that we have a spinner logo also printed on the back. The other side is pretty symmetrical, almost the same. Of course, we are missing here the same light because the original design was also asymmetrical. Moving to the underside, I wanted to keep the underside also decorated as much as possible. So in order to do that, I wanted to have studs facing downwards. You can see these are the old hinges, the longer versions that are 6 studs long. So we have regular studs on top configuration here and there, but in the middle it's all turned around. It's good from one perspective because I could put some flat surfaces on top of that, But on the other side, it has made the internal construction a little bit harder because I had no studs to build on top of. One thing that I have not managed to resolve is a transparent underside, so you can see through and see the legs of the figures. I have been trying with that, but neither of the builds have been stable enough for me to be happy, so I have decided I will keep swooshability as a priority, and I have just added some kind of decoration, some kind of notation of that. If you are fond of classic space, then of course you can take some of your old blue tiles with the yellow arrows and just drop it over so that you can get a more classic feel, more touch of the 80s and the 70s. Focusing on the outside still, as I have said, these are custom prints. These are UV based prints, so they are very durable and I hope they will last long term. These ones are stickers because we have a very curvy surface, so the print wouldn't have been so good. It might have some distortion, but all of them can be replaced to standard Lego design. Let's start. This one on the front can be replaced to a single tile with danger stripes and a blue grill tile. The doors in one piece can be replaced to quite a flat blue surface with a single police designed tile and with some grill tiles. And the rear section can be replaced to, again, tiles with danger stripes, tiles with grill design, and a number 60 little tile. That's the best I could find close to a number in white colors. There you go. So this is how it would look with original Lego parts only. Oh, sorry, one thing I have forgotten. This rear side can also be replaced to this one. These are official Lego stickers, I think from some kind of Jurassic Park theme. And then you do not have this special Blade Runner danger stripe pattern, but still something very close to it. Moving forward to the inside, one of the features I'm also very proud of is its light and sound system. Sadly, I was not able to integrate a full battery pack in the inside because I think you can see the limitations. It would have been a challenge in the back of the build. So I have kept an external battery pack, but you can very swiftly connect it here on the underside. And if you switch it on, then you have light and sound. Of course, the sound is coming from the battery pack itself, but here you have, I think, the very iconic light from the Blade Runner movie. But these are not the only lights that are integrated into the vehicle, and if you are not happy with having a bulky energy source attached to it, then you can also switch on the front lights. Let me show you how it's done. For this, you have to remove the cockpit. And here you have a magic trick. Here you have a little hinge tile. You fold it up like this, and you place the whole thing back together. Once you have done so, there you go, front lights, just like in the movie. I think the batteries are not top quality by now because I have used it many times, but still there is a very present light. Of course, especially in darkness, if you switch it on, it gives quite a good power. Moving inside, I will show you how this whole thing works and how the hinges, how the single hinge helps you switch on the lights. So let's go inside. This is how the spinner looks with the windscreen removed. As you can see, it's quite a condensed setup, so there is not much space left over. Here you can see Gaff in his iconic helmet, and here we see also Rick Deckard. To remove them, they are only sitting on two studs. You can just grab them and catch them out. We are going to return to the minifigs just a moment later. Regarding the interior, I've also tried to decorate it as much as possible. I've tried to prepare good-looking seats as close to the original as possible, and also tried to put some control panels here with a video conference that we see to be used by Rick in a different vehicle, but I hope they have the similar system here in the spinner as well. And even a little bar here that you can see in the original movie. I do not know what that does, but it looked great and I've had just enough space for it to integrate. But I have promised you to show how the front lights work. Oops. And the key to that is this middle console panel with some printed tiles. This is not 100% stable, so it can move around. And of course, here in the front we have a light brick, and if you push it forward, then the lights go up. And of course, here everything is measured in micrometers. So when you close it up or close it down, this little section moves out, and only this 1 or 2 millimeters will push down that console panel in the middle and will force the light brick to go up. And here you can also see that there are some decorations over the head as well. Okay, let's check the minifigures. So he's Rick Deckard. Of course, I have used Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones or Han Solo face. The body is coming from, I think, from Harry Potter, but I have no idea where the belt on the hip is coming from. Sorry for that. You can see he has his regular tie, but it's not 100% the same as in the movie. But regarding the figure, I didn't want to create any custom designs. I wanted to build it from Lego parts as much as possible. Of course, the only thing I have given him is a nice little coat. If you want, you can even give him some weapons as close to the Blade Runner blaster as possible. There you go. Gaff is much more versatile. He has his flying helmet. You can drop it off and give him his fedora hat. And he can even grab a bar as support for him. I hope they look great together. Bringing the whole thing back together, this is how it looks. I hope you like it. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if so, please give any feedback if you wish. I hope you are also prepared very much for the upcoming Blade Runner movie. If that's going to be great, I think I will be heavily motivated to make the new spinner as well. Would you like to see it? I hope so. Okay, and as last goodbye, please let me allow Gav to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Please follow me, bitte.
Hey, Iriwa.
Monsieur, ezen a kövösen engem bitte.